Can you tell us a bit about the experience filming in Sudbury? I mean, you're from Quebec originally. What was the experience like being having filmed up there, and then also returning back home tonight to celebrate your amazingly popular TV series?
You have a scared face when you mention Sudbury. It's not that scary. No.
Tell us about it. How?
I feel like, well, first of all, it's so well described in the books that I don't see how Cardinal, the show, could have been shot anywhere else than Sudbury and North Bay. It belongs there. And yes, it was winter. Yes, it was freezing cold. But, you know, I had been shooting Revenge in Los Angeles for like 2 years, missing winter. And winter was back for me. But it was just great. I just loved being there. And actually, I just love being part of that kind of show and feeling that we were doing, I don't know, that the quality was there. And I'm just so glad that the viewers just jumped on it with us and just thought that the quality of the show was there too, and that they just appreciated a lot. Enough, actually, that we're coming back for season 2 and 3, so that's good.
Congratulations on that. Any clues or hints what we can expect? I mean, it is a bit of a thriller, so obviously you won't give away too many hints. But.
Well, it's actually, we're really sort of following the books written by Giles Blunt. So season 2 and 3, actually, I think the writers are taking book 2, 3, 4, and being just inspired by those 3 books. The relationship between Delorme and Cardinal obviously will go somewhere else, because in the first season they were really suspicious of each other, but now that they know the truth about each other, that they know, I feel like, the true essence of the person they have in front of them, it's just how that partnership will develop, and yeah, and see the kind of respect that they have for each other, how they can embrace that and where that will take them.
Now, who are you excited to see tonight? It's a very star-struck red carpet.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Henry Czerny. I didn't know he was here. And yeah, we were in Revenge, both of us. And I just love this man so much. He's so great.
Amazing. Thanks for chatting with us. Have fun tonight. Take care. Now, congratulations on being renewed for a 2nd season. I mean, we're so excited to see what's coming up. Any clues as to what we can expect?
Absolutely nothing.
No.
They have not told us anything.
Won't tell us.
I've begged. I've tried to get them drunk to try to no, we got nothing. But we're trying. There's the roller derby league we joined, right? There's all those things, and they're a sealed wall. They won't tell us. So yeah. But at the same time, we trust them. You know, we trust they're incredibly funny, incredibly experienced people. So I mean, whatever they come up with, we're gonna have to go with, and I'm sure it'll be just better than the roller derby stuff that we came up with. Maybe.
Like really far-fetched. Like, didn't really make sense anymore. Apple wasn't around for 3 episodes. It was a terrible idea. Yeah.
You guys have you're such a tight ensemble. Tell us about the whole bonding process of working together. You're a family, and you can see it. You can see that.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough at first because Andrea actually doesn't shower ever. It's against her personal code of ethics. So I found it difficult at first to just physically be close to her. But then, as with most senses of smell, you just acclimatize after a while, and you just get used to it. So I apologize if you're not.
Wear the same outfits too.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
It's true.
And so he would have to go home and change because I just look too awesome.
Yeah.
I think, truthfully, the biggest thing we do is we're always Andrea and I don't live in Toronto, so she's out in Vancouver, I'm out in Calgary. We text each other every day as a cast. Every day we're texting each other little things from our life, things we're doing, questions, things we're watching, stories. So we're super connected, and when we're here, we make it a goal to hang out as much as possible, whether it's to go see a movie, to get dinner, just to do anything. So I think we just like hanging out with each other.
Speaking of, I just have to cut in here because speaking of updating each other on our lives, I mean, Andrew Fung here is a new dad. He's just, his wife just gave birth.
Thank you. On Saturday, yeah, I have a week-old son right now. Yeah.
It's very relaxed.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was having the people I love and the people that I look up to so much surround me. It was amazing, and that's the idea. We're in this together. Appa, little side note, Appa took us out for dinner before the show started filming. He took us out for dinner, Paul, and he just talked to us as a family. He's like, look, we have this amazing opportunity. Let's work so hard. We have to work so hard, and let's make that set. Albert told us, let's make that set the most friendly set possible. So if you're on for a day, if you're on for a second, you're on for a scene, you are an extra, we treat you like family. That's the vibe we want.
Have fun tonight. Thanks so much for chatting with us. Thank you.
How is the transition from much music to E and Geek Talk? You know what? The reality show that brought me into this industry was the best boot camp a girl could ask for. I didn't study broadcast journalism. I come from a science background. So the VJ search was really great because we learned so much during that reality show. And it's really kind of helped me out now that I'm with E and E-Talk. So it's been a really great kind of transition the whole time. And every time I get a new opportunity, I just try to learn a little something along the way.
Awesome. And who has been the best person that you've interviewed?
Oh my gosh, that's like asking like best children, I guess, if you were a parent. Like, who's your favorite kid? You know what? I recently interviewed Blake Lively, and she was everything and more that I was hoping for. I was a huge Gossip Girl fan, so to get to interview her and the fact that she's married to a Canadian, I was really hoping that she'd be nice and down to earth, and she exceeded all of my expectations.
And what are you most excited for tonight, being nominated?
I know, I can't believe I'm nominated. I'm like, what am I doing here as a nominee? You know what? I'm just excited to be able to experience this as a nominee. We get to work a lot of these red carpets, as I'm sure you know. But it's kind of different walking it as a nominee. And my partner from Montreal came up to be with me, so it's really exciting to be able to share this experience with them.
Awesome. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Hello Destroyer came out of TIFF with so much buzz, and the feedback's been phenomenal. It's seeing a release really soon. So, yes, right now. So, I have a feeling it's not just a typical hockey movie. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, I would say it's a fair bit more than the average hockey movie. I mean, hockey is sort of also more of the setting than the subject. It's about Jared plays this kid who injures another kid in a game, and it's sort of about the fallout where he gets ostracized and becomes this pariah. But it's really about broader issues in terms of systemic issues of violence and culture. So it's definitely different than what you expect from a hockey movie. Yeah.
It's just like I was telling someone down there. It's like a look at that world through a completely different lens. Like, I don't think there's ever been a hockey movie like this before, and maybe not even a Canadian movie like this before. Honestly, like, it's not just hockey. You're getting rural Canada, you're getting the North, you're getting so much stuff mixed together that, I don't know, it's special. Yeah.
So what's it like bringing such a distinctly Canadian story back here tonight and celebrating Canadian talent here at the Screen Awards?
It's great. I'm like a strong proponent of this in terms of like really trying to elevate this, especially smaller films like ours. And I would also point to films like Ashley McKenzie's film Werewolf, Johnny Ma's film Old Stone, Matt Johnson's film. Like, these are films that I think fly under the radar for a lot of people, and we got to do what we can to get them out there, because when people sort of complain about content that's coming out of Canada, I don't think they know these type of films, because there's a lot of really great stuff. It's just, you know, we live in the shadow of Hollywood, like this big monolithic beast. And so I think something like this, you know, a national broadcast, a lot of media attention, is super valuable for films like ours, and the films that I think Canadians actually would be much more interested in seeing.
Now, we're celebrating the Canadian star system tonight. Who are you guys excited to see?
Dave Chappelle, even though he's not Canadian.
Our favorite Canadian.
That's why I'm here. I'm most pumped to see Dave, 100%.
I gotta say, like, I'm pretty excited. Well, I'm excited to see Jared. I hadn't seen him for a little while.
That's cool. Kim Coates is over there. You know what I mean?
I'm very excited to see Christopher Plummer. I mean, like, Christopher Plummer is like, forget about Canadian or not. He's just kind of like you know, he's like an iconic talent in acting, sort of like a towering talent. There's not too many people that are on the same level as he is, so that should be pretty cool.
Have fun tonight, and thanks for chatting with us. So tell us a bit about Weirdos. We know it premiered at TIFF, and to a rousing reception, and it's set amidst the Vietnam War. Tell us a bit about what we should look forward to in seeing this film.
The film is sort of a delightful small tale about a kid trying to figure out his own life, and it's set 1976 on the east coast of Canada during a road trip, trying to reconnect with his family. So it's a film that's got a really tremendous amount of heart. Yeah.
What inspired the story?
So it's loosely based on the travels of Daniel McIver, who's the writer and a very well-known playwright from the East Coast. And it's not autobiographical, but it sort of incorporates all of his own memories about road trips in time and space. And we actually thought it was really timely to sort of bring it back now, because I think there was a real sort of honesty and a real truth that existed in that space that is really great to watch again, to like watch kids go on the road as hitchhiking and you're not terrified constantly of what's going to happen to them. There's something really, really magical about that time and place.
Now tell us about the importance of celebrating a very Canadian story here back in Canada tonight at the Canadian Screen Awards.
Well, yeah, I mean, the movie's kind of paralleled with America's bicentennial celebration of kind of American culture and such, and it's funny to parallelize that with juxtapose that, sorry, with Canadian kind of culture and us kind of doing our things. it's great to kind of it's a movie with a lot of heart in the East Coast to kind of show the character of Halifax, and the East Coast kind of becomes a character throughout the scenery and the cinematography, I think. And I think it really is a Canadian movie at heart with a lot of heart. So
Amazing. Thanks for chatting with us. Have fun tonight. Now tell us a bit more about Werewolf. It's a pretty mysterious film. You did it on a micro budget, and now it's here. It's nominated for, is it 4 awards tonight? And this is your first film, Brea. That's amazing. Congratulations. Tell us a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important just to, I mean, no matter what the budget is, I think, again, you just have to try to make bold work and just make a good film, and that will transcend any limitations, I think. Yeah, we sort of approached the film somewhat like we knew we were, like, I guess, smaller, but we sort of embraced that and modeled the production process and the style of the film, the scope of it, I guess, around that, our budget in a way that made sense, and I don't know, I think it worked. I guess it worked.
Yeah. And the whole team really cared about the subject matter. Like, it wasn't just for another job. It was something we all really cared about and wanted to be shown and shared with people, just so we get the stories of Nessa and Blaze out there in the world.
We're celebrating the Canadian star system, obviously. Who are you guys excited to see tonight?
I'm excited to see my friends. Yeah, like, because we live in Cape Breton, Breeze, and Newfoundland. Yeah, I have lots of great filmmaker friends across the country that I get to see when I come to an event like this, so I'm excited to see that. Yeah.
There's so many people. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, being from Cape Breton and now living in Newfoundland, just being able to talk to filmmakers and just us. Film is just a cool place to be in right now. Yeah.
Have fun. Congratulations. It's nice talking to you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Dave, you're presenting to Just for Last Night. Tell us about your involvement and how your partnership began.
Partnership is a strong word. When I was a year out of high school, I sent a tape to Just for Laughs, and was lucky enough to get selected to go to the festival, and it turned out to be the single biggest break of my career. I'm the only guy that comes up from the States to Canada to make it, and it set me on a trajectory that changed my life. So I'm very grateful to that festival. I think you guys have a national treasure, actually. Seriously.